In the year of 2024, we get a lot of protests every single year, every single day. I mean, I live here in Melbourne, Australia, and in the city, almost every weekend, without a doubt, you can bet your ass that there is some kind of protest going on in the city. Whether it's small, whether it's large, there is always some kind of protest going on. But today, when I logged on to Twitter, this type of protest I did not expect. And every type of protest to go along Twitter, to be on the internet that I've seen a lot of different protests. I've seen funny protests, I've seen weird protests, I've seen extremely violent protests. But this right here would have to be a protest that I did not expect. And this protest is taking part in the country of Turkey. And recently, Turkey has put out a ban on Roblox. That's right, Turkey has banned Roblox. And to combat the ban of Roblox, there has been kids in the street in Turkey that have been getting together to rally and riot and protest against the ban of Roblox in said country. I mean, just look at them. You can see the outrage in there. You can hear the outrage in their voice. They want their Roblox back. They want it back. And do you blame them? All they want to do is play their favorite video game. But no, they can't. Because the government of Turkey has now banned their favorite game. Favorite games of games. Because, you know, Roblox has like many different mini games. That's pretty much all it is. But before I do get into this more, and go into more of a serious note on all this stuff, because there's like, I wanted to look into like the reasons why Turkey actually decided to ban Roblox, because, you know, they wouldn't necessarily, you know, ban it for no reason whatsoever. There obviously has to be some kind of reason. But before we do, is that who the fuck is the guy that's like in the middle of all these kids? I mean, to be honest, like he looks like, you know, Adam Sandler in that movie where he goes back to school. I can't remember what it's called. It's gone over the top of my head. But that's what he looks like. And to be honest, I'd be quite worried if I was their parents. I mean, who the hell is that guy? Is he protesting with the kids? Is he like their supervisor, babysitter or something? Or is he just like some weirdo creep? Because honestly, I think it's the latter of them, where he might just be some weirdo. So if I was the parents, I would be extremely worried, including like with the guy who's actually recording this video as well. But besides all of that, like I said, is that I wanted to actually look into this and see the reasons why, like, that they decided to ban Roblox. And, like, at first, you might be like, oh, this is kind of stupid. Like, why the hell would Turkey go ahead and ban Roblox, like, in the whole entire country? But once you look into it, and you read a couple articles, you see that the reasons why they decided to ban Roblox, it's actually kind of fair enough. But first, before we get into some articles, there was actually a tweet put out by the Turkish Minister of Justice. Now, obviously, it is in Turkish, so we have to go down to Twitter's very trustful translator. I mean, it's usually translated relatively well. I mean, I've never had any problems when it comes to, you know, translations on Twitter or anything like that. Maybe a couple words here and there, but you kind of get like the general consensus of what's being said. But if we're going to look like at a couple points in this tweet, as you can see right here at the start of it, it says access to the platform named Roblox, and its links in the application markets has been blocked by the Adana 6th Criminal Court of Peace within the scope of the issues specified in the law on regulation of publications made in the internet environment and combating crimes committed by means of such publications within the scope of the investigation carried out by the Adana Chief Publication Prosecutor's Office due to the content that could lead to the exploitation of children. That is a lot of words with no commas whatsoever. I mean, even in the original, like put a full stop or something in it. Jesus Christ. But then we go to the end of it here, and it says attempts to undermine our social structure, abuse of children, encouragement of violence, and activities that will negatively affect the development of our children, each of whom is a precious gift, will never be allowed. So you're obviously asking me, Donnie, like, what is this? They're obviously saying that somehow kids are being exploited, like, through Roblox. What exactly, you know, are the reasons why? Well, to be honest, it can be many reasons why. And, like, without looking at articles, which I will get into in a second, I'm going to get into a specific article in a bit. But if we do just look at it in general when it comes to the exploitation of children on Roblox and what you could, like, kind of come up with on the top of your head, you can already see that, you know, when it comes to, you know, like Robux, you know, which is like the in-game currency for Roblox, which you use to purchase. I think it's like mostly cosmetics. I don't think there's anything else besides cosmetics within the game that you can actually buy. But I mean, it's not a direct exploit of children, but it is like, you know, them like kind of, you know, spending their parents' money without their parents knowing a lot of the times, because that does happen where, you know, the parents will allow their kids to like buy something once, and then the kid will go ahead and buy several other things without their parents' permission. And that is obviously like a very bad thing, like to me. Obviously, it's like, you know, on the parents to, you know, kind of monitor that. But at the same time, you know, the games are kind of advertising it like forefront right in the kid's face. But the main reason why, and I saw this article when I was reading another article about this, is that this is like supposedly one of the main reasons why Roblox is being banned within the country is because I read this article here, and it says that there was this 8-year-old named James. He was asked for naked photos after making friends on Roblox. So if reading into the articles right here, it says 8-year-old James is sat in his bedroom playing Roblox, a game aimed at children that allows them to access the ultimate of virtual universe. A message pops up, do you want to be friends? Just a couple of weeks later, this person will ask James for intimate sexual photos of himself. James says, I was young and I thought these people were my friends. James, not his real name. So obviously they use like a fake name for him, which is absolutely understandable. But man, that is, to be honest, that like, it's obviously disgusting. But does something like that surprise me? No, not whatsoever. As long as the internet has been around, and once the internet, like when the first internet first started to come out, it was mostly garnered towards adults, because, you know, the internet was such like a new place, and, you know, it was like, obviously with AOL, it was hard to access and all that kind of stuff, very slow. So it was mostly an adult things. But as the years have gone on, especially with like, I feel like, at least personally from what I can think of, it was mainly like when MSN got like introduced. That's when like there was spaces on the internet, and more like younger people, like teens and young teens, and even like, you know, kids started to get onto the internet. And as long as there have been kids on the internet, there's always been adults who have tried to like exploit those children. And obviously, when it's come to that, is that like, I feel like as the years have gone on and the internet has developed and more kids have seemingly like hopped onto the internet, like I feel like there's a lot more kids on the internet now than there was even just 10 years ago. And to me, that's a worrying thing. Like, to me, it is absolutely worrying, because the internet is so much easier to access. Especially with like, you know, people my age, like Gen Z is starting to have kids, and millennials kids are like, you know, starting to grow up as well. Is that millennial and Gen Z, they're kind of just letting their kids go on the internet without like actually monitoring what they're doing. So of course they're like, you know, a lot easier to be taken advantage of. And this right here is just a great example of it as well. And it's terrible. And you know what? At first when I saw like, oh, why the hell is Turkey going ahead and banning like Roblox? To me, it's just kind of stupid. But you know what? After seeing this article, I kind of understand it. I mean, I do. I really understand it. Like, if Roblox was a game that wasn't targeted towards kids, like, say if it was a game that was targeted towards, you know, adults, like, I don't know, I've been playing, like, Path of Exile and, like, you know, Apex Legends, or anything else that was, like, more targeted towards adults, but kids just happen to play it, then it's kind of like you can't ban it. But Roblox is literally targeted. Its core, like, target audience is children. That's what it is. It's targeted towards children. And obviously there's going to be adults, which is disgusting, that are going to try and take advantage of this. But also, while I was looking into this as well, is that this isn't actually the first time that Turkey has gone ahead and banned like any type of social media platform. Apparently they also like recently did a ban for Instagram. That's right. Is that like just, I think it was like literally a few days ago, this article came out saying that Turkey restores access to Instagram after a 9-day block. They banned Instagram for 9 days. That's right. And they only reinstated it because of the massive backlash that came out about it. And apparently Turkey ranks in 5th in the world in terms of Instagram usage. That's right. 5th in the world. That is insane. And that's obviously the reasons why they reinstated it. And apparently also in this article, after like, you know, they reinstated Instagram, they've also been in talks of actually banning TikTok as well. And even though, you know, the US has been in talks about banning TikTok and all that kind of stuff, the fact that like, you know, Turkey has gone ahead and like banned Instagram for 9 days, and then now they've gone ahead and banned like Roblox, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if they did go ahead and ban TikTok. And I feel like with the reasons why they're probably doing this, once again, is for the protection of their children. And you know what? To me, that's an absolute valid reason. You know what I'm going to do? I think we should ban Roblox worldwide. Stuff it. Stuff it. Or at least make it, like, safer towards children. Like, to me, if there is going to be spaces on the internet for kids, you should not be able to directly message each other. No way possible. Because, like, even if you look at something like YouTube Kids, when it comes to YouTube Kids, comments are automatically turned off and you cannot direct message anyone. And that's how it should be with Roblox. If Roblox is a site that's targeted towards children, you should not be able to message anyone, because there are going to be adults who are going to try and take advantage of that. It's just how it is. And even I would go further, like when we've talked in recent times, like different governments around the world have talked about like banning kids on TikTok, or like on the internet altogether. I'm 100% for that. I don't think that you should be on the internet anywhere before the age of 16. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, even my parents, like, when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to have Facebook till I was 15. Because my parents did not allow me to have any type of social media until I was the age of 15. And even at the time, I'm just like, oh, but everyone else is getting it. Oh, why can't I have it? I look back on it now and I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of glad that they did. I am glad that they did not allow me to be on these social media platforms until I was at least a decent age, which was like 15 years of age. And that's what, you know what? That is absolutely fair enough. And I think that there should be like a worldwide ban when it comes to certain people of certain ages being on the internet, because stuff like this happens, and then obviously it makes it tougher for, you know, governments to put in regulations, and then they have to start banning apps altogether. But I definitely think that, you know, kids should not be allowed on the internet because they can just get to take advantage from. And at first I was like, why the hell is Turkey going ahead and banning Roblox? But now with these given reasons and like me looking into it a bit further, which is the reason why I'm making a video on it, I think it's fair enough. I think if Turkey wants to go ahead and ban Roblox for these reasons, for the safety of children, go ahead and do it. 110%. That will be it from me. I would definitely like to hear what you guys have to think about all this down below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.